You know, it's true that Enzo Ferrari sold road cars mostly so he could finance his racing efforts, but occasionally the line between the two passions became blurred. One machine that cemented the Ferrari reputation in both worlds was the 250 GTO. Few machines have ever matched its combination of vicious power and impeccable styling, its ability to go from road to track, or its popularity as the subject for a scale model. Hello, I'm Joe Kelly Jr., and this is the Car Room Magazine's Playing with Cars. In 2008, CMC released a stunning 1/18 scale replica of the car in short wheelbase form, a high-end mega-piece model in street trim that quickly became something of a classic among model car collectors. Now they've sweetened the sauce with a Competizione version to play with. You may want to make a little bit of room for dessert. The short wheelbase, or SWB, version of the hallowed Ferrari 250 was already something of a race car for the street. In steel body GTO form, it certified and homologated the design for sports GT racing. Drop that final O and a few of the street car's creature comforts, however, and you'd find yourself at the wheel of a factory custom, alloy-bodied lightweight thoroughbred with impeccable performance and awe-inspiring handling. Now here CMC's done basically that same thing in scale. Possessed of the street model's same 1,100 plus parts count and unbelievable build quality, this version wears the silver, blue, white, and black livery of chassis number 2969, as it looked when it won the GT class and came in third overall at the 1961 running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Even the staunchest American muscle collector has a soft spot for the real SWB shape and its legendary capability as a road and race car. And it sure doesn't hurt that CMC did a heck of a job bringing both the countenance and much of the content of the nearly priceless Ferrari out in grand style, in die-cast, pressed metal, and plastic. But this maker's true calling is its ability to build in some of the trickiest, slickest working features a collector could hope for. All of the functioning parts, an opening hood, doors and trunk, steerable wheels, working suspension, and a flip-up gas filler are tight and work smoothly, and the model is substantial in hand with very good shut lines. The silver metallic paint and tamped-on livery are excellent, and the fitment of the window and door trim is perfect, right to the simulated gasketing around the glass. Photo etch is in short supply, and that's not a slam. Aside from the Ferrari on the rear deck, all of the little steel bits, like the wiper arms, are made of steel, be it folded, lathe-turned, laced, or pressed. From the delicate metal grille with its wired-in driving lights to the laboriously stamped, folded, and installed vents on the car's flanks, these guys never miss a chance to kick up the visual with noble materials or advanced bits of the modeler's art, whether the result is on display right under your nose or buried deep inside the car. And I like that a lot. Leather seats with textile centers are the greeting committee for the SWB's close-coupled cabin, and the added bits of hide on the door panels and on the rear deck are so beautifully done and delicately detailed, they almost warrant the price of the model on their own. Window tracks are visible within the hollowed-out and gutted doors. A leather pull strap for the lightweight glass is joined by another static strip that replicates the one used to open the door latch. The black hide on the dash top is complemented by the stippled paint finish on the binnacle and a set of readable gauges. These are fronted by a steel-spoked steering wheel wearing a convincing wood grain pattern. Even the twin visors above it all are hinged and operate smoothly. True to form, even the smallest detail is done well in here. While While the trunk is a place of little drama, excepting for the inclusion of a fifth copy of the car's hand-laced wheels, beneath the scooped and screened hood, the 250's engine detail is startling, if a little hard to see. You can't blame the authentic but large foam-rimmed stainless pan affixed to the carbs. You'll have to work to see the trio of two-barrel Weavers in the linkage, but definitely do so. The 3.0-liter V12 is hugely entertaining and detailed so well it would be a shame to miss. My favorite bits are the steel spring vent tube and the bundles of cables and wires that run on the frame rails just under the body line. There's even a hair-thin copper overflow line on the radiator. And if you think that's painstaking detail, check out the readable labels on everything from the coil to the oil filter. Even the blue label on the master cylinder is detailed with instructions. I'm serious. The CMC's big trick and their art is to let you in on the game. One look at the unpainted aluminum and steel rims gives you that idea. Spin the three-eared steel knockoffs, which are correct for each side of the car, and you'll get a peek at shimmering metal brake discs, pass-through calipers, thin copper hydraulic lines. Past that, a full piece-by-piece replication of the car's suspension libs at all four corners. The steering on this sample is tight, and it's geared in. You don't want to push things too far. Spin the steering wheel while gently guiding the road wheels, and you'll be all right. While you're poking around, have a gander at the aero-enhanced belly of this high-end beast. Ferrari may have used aluminum to do the trick, but in scale, CMC has screwed on a plate of thin, stamped stainless steel to replicate the Comp SWB streamlined bottom. The plate hides some, but not all of the car's outrageous underside detailing, like real steel leaf springs, trailing arms, and an articulated front suspension that's replete to the brake hoses and sway bars. It's all built off a full metal frame, and yes, kids, these are jacking points at all four corners. These guys are good. They're really good. I guess the takeaway with this model, as with any of the cars CMC makes, is the distinct style that they use to bring their images out. Now, though I was less than thrilled with the pegs and the headlight lenses and the thick plastic used to replicate the wind foil on the car's hood, the model's overall excellence and high level of hands-on enjoyment got me involved right out of the box. As with most of this maker's cars, big screws and other hardware is in plain sight. The wheels are left unpainted, and some pieces, like the leather seats and the grain on them, throw scale fidelity right out the window in favor of an in-your-face level of detail that forces you to take notice of the materials used and the workmanship on display. Now that makes this model and any of the CMC's models we've had the pleasure of reviewing a distinct joy to behold. If you'd like to be holding one, the SWB is on the market currently for around $320, and it gets my very highest recommendation. Well, that's it for this episode of Playing with Cars. For the Car Room Magazine, I'm Joe Kelly Jr. Thanks for stopping in, and thank you for playing with cars. We'll see you around.
Okay, then.